What happens if a tax deed does not sell? In this video, we're going to cover exactly what happens if a tax deed does not sell. This is a treasure trove. This is Eureka. This is the 49er gold rush, okay? This is probably one of the most overlooked things in tax deeds and tax liens. It's unsold tax deed certificates. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what happens, how to profit from it, and how to make a ton of money from this. By the time we're done, we're going to show you where to look for them, how to do the research on them, and how to profit like a champion. In fact, I got a little gift for you at the very end, okay? And just stick around and I'll show you how to access that when we're all done. Do the video thumbs up, thumbs up and comment, ask any questions you have on it. I love this subject. So let's get down to it. Okay, first of all, let's talk about what is a tax deed certificate. What I want to dispel is this. Nobody in the United States is losing a property because they failed to pay a couple of years of back taxes. That is the biggest myth in the world. In order for somebody to lose a property due to delinquent property taxes, they have to be late year after year after year after year after year. 4 to 5 years. That means 4 to 5 years of notifications. That means 4 to 5 years of certified mails, newspaper ads. Please come in and pay your property taxes off. This isn't some county sneaking up wanting to get somebody's property. The county needs this money. It's the only way they survive is property taxes. Okay, so let's think about what do property taxes pay for within the county. Number one, you've got school districts. 55, 65%, somewhere in that area goes towards our kids' education. I think that's a pretty good cause. Police departments, think that's a pretty good. Fire department, hospitals, libraries, parks and rec, and the list goes on and on. So the county says, and the law says, and the public says, enough's enough. Everybody else is paying their fair share to keep this beautiful community. Who here has ever been around the world and you've gone to places where stop signs are optional and schools are nothing but private? I have. Okay, United States has a very good system here. It works. Okay, as they say, okay, enough's enough. So there's two different versions out there. A county either sells the lien in the very beginning, which is just an interest rate, you're not getting the property, or they sell a deed. We're going to talk about deeds. So when that deed comes up for sale, they have to take it to a public sale. And you mean, well, yeah, but everybody's there to buy them. Not necessarily. Sometimes they don't sell. Why? I don't know. I'm not a philosopher. It just didn't sell. It doesn't matter why. But here's what the first reaction. Oh, those are the properties nobody wants. And I literally have had county people in the very beginning, especially, I would say, hey, what about the properties that didn't sell? Oh, you don't want those. I mean, what do you mean you don't want those? If they were good, somebody would have bought them. I'm like, can I look at them? And I'd look at these and going, okay, these are really good properties. Okay, if I can buy this property for $1,000 and it's worth 20, a lot, or I can buy this property for 30 and it's worth 150, I'll do that deal all day long. And you don't have to go to an auction. You don't have to go to a calendar to figure it out. You can go anytime you want. Take your time with the research and everything else. There's so many factors here that make this a win-win for you and me. It's unbelievable. Here's the other thing. A lot of people don't know these are available. Okay, I hate it when people use acronyms. Oh, these are OTC. Whatever, call it whatever you want. Okay, it is a deed that went to sale and didn't sell. It could be called leftovers. It could be called a number of things. You know, I started calling these OTCs a long time ago and it caught on, and it's not a type of sale. It's not even a sale. There's no such thing called an OTC sale. That does not exist. These are in-county inventory and you have to find out. They could be sold at a supplemental sale. But here's the deal. If I go to a county and the county has already brought that property up for sale, kind of all the bets are off on this. What I mean is they fulfilled their legal obligation to bring that property up in a certain set format. It's got to go up to the public. Nobody bought it, so they're like, okay, now we've got this property. Nobody's doing anything with it. What do we do? So I can come in there and say, hey, You want $30,000 for this property. Obviously, nobody's buying it. Would you consider taking half the value of the property? And they can see they're saying yes or no, but and some of you are going, really? Yeah. They might even negotiate the price because at this point, their job is just get rid of this inventory, get it back on the tax roll because now I'm going to start paying property taxes on it. That's one thing you want to look at. Okay, so let's look at this. The nice thing about tax deeds that are left over is you've got time. Okay, so let's say I find a list. I found lists with literally dozens of properties on there. All I'm going to do is methodically go through those. Every single one of those properties. I don't care how bad you think it is. It could be a lot. There's a lot right outside this house that's a triangle. Everybody says, oh, it's unbuildable. It's unbuildable. I did some research on it. No, it's not unbuildable. You can build on it. You just have to meet certain requirements so that you could have something like that. But again, like anything you're doing with tax deeds and tax liens, there are pitfalls. I don't want to buy a property that has no access to power. I don't want to buy a property that is landlocked, means surrounded by other properties. I have no easement to get to it. I don't want to buy a property that maybe is so in disrepair that no matter how much money I put into it, it's not going to come back. So you have to be careful with all of those things. But here's the beautiful thing. When you're buying a deed directly from the county after the sale, you can spend a lot of time doing the research. Okay, so what do I want to see? I want to look at this property and find out what other properties similar to this are selling for in the area. Okay, so let's say it needs a lot of work. I don't care about those. Those make me a lot of money, like to the point where it's not even habitable. Okay, well, let me give you an example. Joe, a student of mine, bought a property for $19,000. He gets there and he's horrified because he's like, I thought this was a lot better condition. And the builder was with him, thank goodness, because the builder's like, but this is not bad. He goes, this thing's not happy. He goes, well, we can do that. You got a $19,000. It's a $250,000 property neighborhood. And so, Joe, his first deal, he's like panicking on this. The contractor went in there, redid the whole property, just like he said he was before they did the research on it, spent $80,000 rehabbing it, and they sold the property for $230,000. I think that's a pretty good deal. So what you're looking at is what's the value in that area, and can I get this property cheap enough, get the rehab, where I'm in this property to make a good, handsome profit. You're not doing deals at 80% of value or 15%. You're not doing it like a flip this house. Remember, you're making some money on this. And this is a great way to go in there and find these little gems. See, I found lots out there that I paid like $2,000 or $3,000 for right in the middle of a city. And I can go in there and build on that, I have no cost of land, basically a few $1,000s. So I can build a brand new house on that property, okay, and sell it. And boom, I'm making $100,000, $200,000. There's one deal that we built for $325,000 and turned around and sold the property or it has a value. We haven't sold the property because it's renting out way too high on that. I'll get to that in a second, but it has a value of $238,000 or $248,000. But I'm getting Airbnb rent from that property, so why would I sell it? So there's so many aspects you're looking at. As you can tell, I'm super excited about this. You have to know everything you're doing. You can't just go, oh, it's inventory, I can buy this. You have to do your research. Make sure there aren't any environmental liens against the property. I saw somebody that did not do their research. They went and bought a piece of property over the counter through the counties, after the auction. They said, well, it's only $4,000. I know that area. Ended up, it was unbuildable. It had a prehistoric mudslide. I don't even know what that is. But if he had just done a little bit of research, he would have figured that out. Don't fall into that whole, I think I know what I'm doing. So I've got a gift for you. Okay, this is a step-by-step course on how to do this the right way. This is my gift to you. All you have to do is click the link down below or type in higginsmethod.com and I'll get that out to you and I'll see you out there. This is Saen Higgins saying God bless and good luck. We'll see you.